Hi all, welcome all to the video module on dislocation reactions. This is based on MG University MSc Physics Semester 3 Material Science Elective Chapter Crystal Defects. In the previous all modules we learned about various types of defects like point defects and line defects or dislocations. The present module describes about dislocation reactions. Let us see what is dislocation reaction. Before learning about dislocation reactions in detail, I suggest you to watch the previously uploaded video on dislocation, which is available at this YouTube link. Dislocation reaction. We all know that dislocation is associated with some sort of elastic strain that is compressive in nature for edge dislocation, and it will be shear modulus, shear strain in the case of screw dislocations. And there will be some sort of strain energy associated with this. We learned this in the previous module. And we know that the strain energy E per unit length, the strain energy per unit length of a dislocation of Burger's vector B is approximately given by E, the strain energy per unit length, is equal to mu B square divided by 2, where mu is the shear modulus. A dislocation reaction always tends to reduce the energy. We know that the lesser the energy, the more will be the stability. So a dislocation reaction occurs for reducing the energy. As we know, the energy is proportional to square of Burger's vector. So dislocation reaction tends to reduce the Burger's vector also. For example, you consider an edge dislocation in the case of a cubic crystal where the unit translation vector is given by B. A dislocation with Burger's vector equal to 1 lattice spacing is called dislocation of unit strength. In this definition, a dislocation with Burger's vector equal to 1 lattice spacing is called dislocation of unit strength. Okay, come back to the example. So we are considering an edge dislocation in a simple cubic crystal with unit translation vector B. Let this dislocation consist of two incomplete planes together on a slip plane, so that the Burger's vector of this dislocation is B1, that is equal to 2 times the unit translation vector, because it will be like this. Okay, yes. You can see that there are two layers, two missing planes are there. So two dislocations are merged together on a slip plane. So here you can see that the Burger's vector is not a single translation vector, that is equal to two translation vectors. So we represent it by B1, and B1's magnitude is equal to 2B, where B is 1 translation vector for that particular crystal. These two planes will have a tendency to break up to two separate planes. Somehow they will try to separate into two separate planes. That is, the giant dislocation will tend to break up into two dislocations of Burger's vectors B2 and B3, where B2 equal to B and B3 equal to B, so that the dislocation reaction can be represented by B1 gives B2 plus B3. Corresponding energy is given by, we learned the expression for energy, mu b1 square by 2 gives mu b square by 2 plus mu b square by 2. Substituting the values, this is mu 2b square by 2 gives mu b square by 2 plus mu b square by 2. This reaction is feasible only if it reduces the energy. Let us see whether this reduces energy or not. What is this left hand side of this reaction? That is 4 mu b square divided by 2. What is the sum on the right hand side of the reaction? That is equal to mu b square. So left hand side is 4 mu square by 2, that is 2 mu b square, but right hand side is mu b square. So here the dislocation energy reduces by 50% during this breakup. So we know that the dislocation reaction always tends to reduce the dislocation energy. Here the dislocation energy reduced by 50%. So this reaction is feasible. Okay. So in general, a dislocation with Burgers vector B1 will tend to dissociate into two or more dislocations of Burgers vector B2 and B3 if the square of Burgers vector of reactant dislocation is greater than the square of Burgers vector of the products. That means energy is proportional to the Burgers vector. That is why a dislocation reaction always tends to decrease the energy. So energy of product, this is energy, energy of reactant, this is energy of product. So dislocation reaction every time tends to reduce the energy of the result, the product. So as energy is proportional to Burgers vector square, so we can write this tends to reduce the Burgers vector also. So due to a dislocation reaction, the energy reduces. So the Burgers vector also reduces. So it should satisfy the condition. The square of Burgers vector before reaction must be greater than the square of Burgers vector, the sum of the squares of Burgers vector after the reaction. For the same reason, full dislocation tends to have the smallest lattice translation as Burgers vector. Now, how to find the strength of dislocation with Burgers vector? So, if you have a Burgers vector A0 UVW, then how to find the strength of the dislocation or the Burgers vector? We can calculate B equal to A0 times root of U square A0 times root of U square plus V square plus W square. This is just finding the magnitude of a vector, x, y, z components. Okay, so the magnitude is this one. And the B square is square of the Burgers vector is given by A0 square U square plus V square plus W square. This is a way to find the Burgers vector magnitude or the strength. Let us see an example how to add Burgers vector. So you have a Burger vector B1 which is A0 1 1 0, And another Burgers vector A2, I mean B2 is equal to A0 to 1, 1. Adding these two, that is B1 plus B2, yield A0 times 1 plus A0 times 2, that is A0 times 3. A0 times 1 plus A0 times 1, that is 2. A0 times 2. Then A0 times 0 plus A0 times 1, that gives A0 times 1. So the result is A0 times 3, 2, 1. It is nearly like adding two vectors because Burgers vector is a vector. It is vector addition rule follows. Now we are moving to some examples to check whether the given dislocation reaction is feasible or not. So consider such a reaction. A by 2, 101, A by 2, 101 yield A 101. You have to check whether this type of a dislocation reaction is feasible or not. So for that, we have the rule. What is the rule? The square of Burgers vector, sum of squares of Burgers vector before reaction must be higher than the Burgers vector square after reaction, because always the dislocation reaction tends to reduce the energy and tends to reduce the Burgers vector. So we have to check whether it has reduced here or not. Okay, so it has to reduce in the product side. So first we are finding the Burgers vector square, magnitude square, B1 magnitude square, that is equal to A square over 4. Then how to find the magnitude? That just now we discussed, that is square of U square plus V square plus W square. So it will be 1 square plus 0 square plus 1 square, and that gives A square by 4 times 2, that is equal to A square by 2. Same way, B2, the magnitude of B2 square, the second Burger vector, that is A square by 4, 1 square plus 0 square plus 1 square, that is A square by 2. Then look at the product side, that is B3. B3 is, or the B3 square is A square times 1 square plus 0 square plus 1 square, that is equal to 2A square. Now find the sum of the reactant side, B1 square plus B2 square. That gives A square by 2 plus A square by 2. That is equal to A square. So before the dislocation reaction, the sum of Burgers vector is A square, and after the dislocation reaction, the Burgers vector square is 2A square. That means here the square of the strength of Burgers vector increased after reaction. So we know that the Burgers vector should decrease for a reaction to be feasible. So that shows that this reaction given here is not feasible. I hope it is clear. Here, the dislocation square of the Burgers vector increased due to this reaction. So the reaction will not take place because increasing Burger vector square will yield increase in energy. That is not possible by itself. It will not take place by itself. Now look at another example. A by 2, 0, minus 1, 1 to A by 2, 1, bar 2, 1 plus A by 6, bar 1, bar 1, 2. We have to check whether this reaction is feasible or not. The same procedure we adopt here also. Magnitude of B1 square is A square by 4 plus 0 plus minus 1 square plus 1 square yield A square by 2. B2 square yield A square by 6. And B3 square yield A square by 6. Now you have to check the condition. What is B1 square? That is A square by 2. What is B2 square? Because the reactant side has got two parts. So B2 square plus B3 square is A square by 6 plus A square by 6. That is 2A square by 6 is equal to A square by 3. So the right side is 0.5 A square and the left side is 0.33 A square. So here, due to the dislocation reaction, the Burger vector square decreased. So this reaction is feasible. So we learned the dislocation reactions and how to find whether the dislocation reaction is feasible or not. So based on this concept, you try to do these two examples also. These two questions you try by yourself. Okay, students. Thank you.